faster. Let me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Is it helpful if I record on Zoom? Sure.
Recording in progress.
Got it. Okay, so we can see that your head is currently not quite in the right place. It'll be something that I have to just figure out once we've got people in here. But let me just reposition you. If I can get you. Oh, sorry, stuff is loading quite slow for me in Zoom at the moment.
I swear I have that jacket.
I can, if needed, also crop too far, lost your face, parts your face. So yeah, we can do something that looks a little bit like that. And then obviously we've got that. I'm gonna have to reposition this in a couple of things because, for instance, here you're a little bit lower down, you're a little bit sunken in.
Yeah.
But now I've got that kind of core thing there. I can kind of use that and just map that onto yours. Also got the case file on the side.
Nice.
Can look into. I've put on vMix Social, and all of that should be running to the correct title, so we can always have an explorer of what it's like for you to try and put things in.
Right.
There's a few things. It depends how we want to how much we want to try and cut these.
Yeah.
Because we've got someone kind of poking out there, someone popping their head up there. You can see that you're in here twice because I just had to kind of duplicate you for multiple things.
Right.
We've got some people looking into the.
Nice.
We've got 3 people really crammed in. You can't quite see all the faces because I haven't green screened all of them. So it's kind of 2 to 3 people in each of the settings for Pen's confession at the moment.
That's really cool.
It's how that's looking. I'll make sure to add the green screen in for folks. I think visually those were the main things. I did look into the speed of, because I was trying to look into kind of merge and how that could work for this scene in particular. Let me just bring up Pen's lab. So I started playing around and just seeing if different speeds of merge were a little bit better. That's still running a little bit slow. Let me try one that's a little bit faster as soon as that one's resolved. What's kind of cute there is also the potential of whoever's in the chair looking like they're suddenly now in there with Pen as well. Let me try a little bit faster. Let's get that, and one sec, I pressed the wrong merge because I have multiple durations of merges. Here we go, here's a slightly quicker one. We've still got obviously the kind of crossfade of people.
Yeah.
Or we can just go really, really quickly. Say do this. Just check I've got the right merge. Depending on what feels suitable.
That feels like it could be quite a good.
I see, I've still got you in the porthole. There shouldn't be a person in the porthole in that one, I think. Have I got a person in the porthole? No, that's just in Pen's lab for some reason. So yeah, just to kind of show you where those visual bits currently stand.
Right.
There we go. out of the porthole. But I'll make a note that I can just neaten up I need to green screen, preset green screen on all audience and neaten up where the head is positioned.
Yeah.
That person looks so good. They look so fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. How are you doing, Tom?
Right, I did. That's from about 2 minutes ago. What you're seeing, so splendid. Let me just reconnect. Hold on. Right, here's a test for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well we're down to 1 or 2 seconds, which is an improvement on the good 15-30 seconds we had earlier. What are the changes that you've made?
I'm just using my partner's laptop, which I can use for the rest of the run, and then that's it basically. And then just
which browser are you on? Which browser are you using again, Tom? On Google Chrome?
This is Chrome.
This is Chrome, okay. We just find it hard. There's a little setting in Google Chrome. I'll look for that whilst you're doing stuff. I'll come back to you on it.
Yeah.
There's a setting I might ask you to change in Google Chrome.
Yeah, I'll try Safari again because I haven't tried Safari on this laptop. So.
Just checking. This might be my headphones. Is Tom coming through quite quiet for anyone else?
Speak, Tom.
Test. Let me get. Hold on, I've got 2 vMixes open.
That's not going to help.
Yeah, I'm just switching over to. Right.
I can't hear Tom at all now.
No.
So audio's on, Tom. Which microphone are you using, Tom?
That's the MacBook one. Now I'll try the web.
Have you got audio coming out anywhere else in the room? Sorry, Chloe.
Well, I was just going to ask, the MacBook mic, where is that situated? Is that the laptop you were just near? Because it wasn't any louder with you being any closer.
Yeah. I actually have no idea where their microphones are. I assume underneath the keyboard. But this is the webcam microphone.
No, you do. Oh, sorry.
You're so far back we can't hear you at all, Tom.
That's the webcam microphone. What I'm speaking, I've got a huge delay again now.
Yeah. Okay, Tom. Can we just work this through?
Yeah.
You're on Google Chrome now. On your partner's laptop.
I've moved over to Safari now to test Safari. I'm on my partner's laptop.
Okay. Can you go back to Chrome? But when you set up, when you set up your webcam and microphone. Select the Logitech. Camera.
Yeah.
And the MacBook microphone.
Okay, great. I'll do that now. Okay, so this is MacBook microphone and the Logitech camera.
On Chrome, yeah?
On Chrome, yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have any audio playing on any other device other than your laptop?
No.
Playing out? You don't? Only on your laptop, that's great.
Recording stopped.
Still here. No, it's all good. It's good to get this sorted. So, um, Ethernet cable. No, sorry. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That's um, Are we? So I've got a suggestion, which will just involve a little bit of juggling. What if Tom upsticks to my flat and sets up here so that for the afternoon and the morning session, he's going to be on my internet and coming in from my space? Mhm. Yeah, I've just got to rearrange some furniture, but I think it will be. No, that's fine. I think it's. I think if Tom's happy because I think you drive. Is that right, Tom? You've got a car. Yeah, so we could do that, and then yeah, you just work from here for the afternoon, and then in the morning as well. So, what do we think then? Should we just trying to think what the best use of this time then? Because if Tom going to move, do we want to shorten the morning session and change the timing to? Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we could, I guess if Tom bows out and sort of gets ready to sort of come round, we can work on things like the tech stuff, do some things with Alice, anything for this next. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How lot, how long will you need to set up, Tom? 45 minutes. Okay, so you probably want to get here, what, for 1:15 or just yeah? Okay, no worry. Yeah, I might just need to move the bed. Okay, so what time? We're going till 12:30. Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah, I'm in earshot, so oh great. Yeah, yeah, great. I'm just copying a Zoom chat. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be quite nice to maybe to go through the pen confession. Um, and well, there's a couple of things definitely. Well, let's do the pen's confession. And are you able to bring the heads to do that with the transition and the heads, or do you want to sort of fiddle with? Okay. 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 Great. All right. Can we? Well, actually, could we go right from the beginning? I just want to double check as well. I know that Paul was keen on doing that silhouette bit. Just also just chatting through the just hearing what Shartington is saying as well. So actually just doing a bit of a text run through, going from the uh, Yeah, that's great. Mm. Let's pause there for a sec. The delay is pretty bad now. I think we've swapped, haven't we? We've swapped now Alice for Tom. Any thoughts? Yeah, sure. Alice, how are you, Alice? Right, I'll join Zoom in a couple of minutes, yeah? All right, bye. I think the camera's good for engaging the audience. Chloe, could you make me a host and then I can record the Zoom, or a co-host? Thank you. Yeah, if you could do with, go with looking at the camera. So
Recording in progress.
recording in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Welcome, detectives. Come on into the private lounge of the captain's cabin. Lovely to see you all. Oh, yes, Detective David. I can see you still haven't found your sea legs. Sorry, the waters are a bit choppy here. Come on in. Now, I know you're all meant to be on holiday on the Detective Booze Cruise of 1929 on board this, the good ship Sensacional. But I'm afraid it's time to get back to work. Now, I'm sure you all know me, your captain, Captain Al Sharto. Well, unfortunately, detectives, I've just received a distress call, which is why we are moored here on the choppy waters just off Antarctica. For you see, this morning, on a little English expedition on the land, well, I got radio to say that a man had been murdered. Not just any man, detectives. Admiral Albert Ross himself. Yes, the famous Antarctic explorer. Well, now we've all settled the ship a little bit. Let me just take my seat and I'll introduce you to the 3 suspects. Yes, the 3 remaining crew members on the expedition. Now, the very first, that's better. The very first is the camp cook, cleaner, quartermaster, dentist, and HR specialist, Doug Spoddy. Now, Doug here is no stranger to expeditions in Antarctica, for he assisted Albert Ross in his very first expedition 20 years ago on the very same site of his current base camp. Next, strange-looking man, we have Getcher Bearings. Getcher is a Norwegian cartographer. This is his very first expedition, but he's from a very famous family, the Bering family, who have co-funded this expedition. And finally, we have the Welsh zoologist, Penelope Gwynn. Now, Penelope is a young, very intelligent lady on her very first expedition. Now, those are all the suspects, detectives. Let me just get on my jacket. We'll all need to go get our coats and our outdoor boots on, detectives, and I will take you to the base camp. Off we go.
I've seen the duck.
Oh no, can you see me? Whoops.
Just a little of the head.
Now, remember to wrap up warm, detectives. This is Antarctica after all. Now, all suitably dressed, I will take you to the radio tower where we can see the entire base camp. Oh, goodness
Sorry.
me.
Early on.
Oh. I told you it was chilly, detectives. Now, sorry about that. Some of you didn't put your glasses on, did you? Now, as you can see, there is the base camp, detectives. That's where all your suspects have been divided and put into their individual spaces so that they are ready for questioning by you. Here we are, the map. As you can see, we have Penguin in her lab. We have Doug in his... we have Doug in the kitchen. And we have Getcha in Doug and Getcha's room. Now, as you can see, detectives, there is a big break in the ice. Over... Okay, I'm going to be a bit more generic. I think that's easier.
Yeah.
There's a big break in the ice, detectives, which happened... Is it 6 months ago, Peter?
Was it 2 months?
Let's go for 2
Last month.
Last month.
I can put you in front of the paper if that's preferable.
That would be good.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let me just get the paper. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh gosh, 1 second. Because I have to do this one by one. But it will take 5 more seconds. Try now? Hey, there we go.
Now, as you can see, detectives, from this map, we have Getcha has been put into his and Doug's bedroom. Next door to him. Yes. Next door to him. Next door to him. There. Okay, if I put it in my bin. Okay. Next door to him, we have Penelope Gwyn's lab, which is where you'll find Penelope Gwyn, funnily enough. And then just above her, in the kitchen, is where we have put Doug, ready for questioning by you, detectives. Now, as you can see, just next to the base camp, that we had, a month ago, an unfortunate incident where half the base broke off and floated into the ocean, taking with it all of the camp's rations. So these poor crew members have been absolutely starving for about a month now, detectives, and they are very low on their rations. Actually, earlier this morning, Admiral Albert Ross ordered that they eat one of their huskies, and the rest of the crew were up in arms about it, detectives. So, get your bearings. He went to the radio tower and he radioed for us to help him. Here we are, in the radio tower. We can see Getcha here radioing for help for us. That is why we came, detectives. But when I arrived earlier this morning, this is what I discovered. I'm going to change that because so that's why we're here. But just trying to think of the logic of it. But when I did come across to the base camp earlier this morning, detectives, this is what I discovered. I discovered in the radio tower a snowman. But it was no snowman on closer inspection, detectives. It was actually a man covered in snow. That man, Admiral Albert Ross. Yes, quite dead. I looked at the body, and I noticed that he had some sort of mark around his neck, detectives. Maybe a strangulation mark. Maybe that's how he was killed. But then I looked at his face. It's definitely Albert Ross, but Not like the man from the photographs, not the very handsome chap. No, he was sullen, yellow, jaundiced, if you will. I don't think he's been well for some time, detectives. Then, next to him on the floor was a hip flask. Detectives? No, this doesn't smell of alcohol. No, there's something very fishy about this, detectives. So, here you are. The man covered with quite a lot of snow, strangulation mark around his neck, very ill-looking face, and a fishy hip flask. Those are your clues, detectives. Now, I'm going to divide you into your detective teams where you'll have 5 minutes to interview each one of the suspects in their rooms. Then you will come back to me. Hopefully, you'll have a theory about who you think done it. Good luck, Holmes. I believe in you.
Nice. I think there's I think that's good. I think there's possibly space in that bit after you list all the bits of evidence. That's probably a good space where we could have like maybe a theory that we know hasn't happened, so that we can get the silhouette scene in. Is that possible to sort of inject if we want to try having that use of the silhouette? Where it could be something like, so we have this, it's strangulation, the fishy hip flask. It's very clear that somebody must have come in through the open, must have followed Albert Ross through the open door and strangled him. And then maybe we have an image of that.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you do it before when you slot? What point did you slot in the silhouette scene? It was that same.
Previously, it was
earlier, wasn't it?
Getcha radioing in, and there was like a silhouette scene of a murder happening, and then we had this kind of finding the body in the snow. So I think it does make a bit more sense in terms of not seeming like kind of canon. If it's then Shartington saying here's a theory.
So how would we do that? Because in the how would we cut? What would be the best way to cut into that from Shartington? Milty, we can't do it right now without Tom, but maybe that's something we can look at this afternoon.
Let me just bring up an example. Sorry, so repurpose the original silhouette scene, but I can make a quick copy of this one, because you could just virtual version of that, and then if I just make Alice a silhouette, Alice and silhouette. Yeah, because I don't think I actually need a black and white Alice anymore. I mean, we could literally, if you wanted just to like fade in, so that Shartington was just like.
Recording stopped.
Yeah. Because Tom would be under the snow, wouldn't he, at this point? Yeah, so that's fine, isn't it? So we can sort of take Alice out, remove the snow on Tom, and then Tom is in silhouette and comes up to being Albert, and then Alice can do the strangulation whilst talking as Shartington. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it could be, that could be quite funny. So, well, my current theory is somebody must have snuck in, followed him, come in and strangled him. But I mean, you never know if Alice did have, say, a big club or something like that. But I suppose if we check the body, maybe he'd been hit over the head with something and then strangled. Or perhaps he's just been poisoned and really this is just a mark he's had for a while. Who knows? It could be maybe like listing 3, starting with the strangulation, but also listing something else and something else just to make it clear that, the audience need to think about what they've done. Yeah, I guess anything that's around the house that looks. Just gonna blitz my coffee in the microwave. Mm. Yeah, I think we'll play with it once we've got Tom back, but I think that feels like a good space to do that. And yeah, maybe Alice, in for this afternoon, you can have a think of, before this afternoon, just if you've got a random prop you can grab that you think could look fun, just have fun with it. So I got a couple of notes from the run through, or just a couple of things. For me, the projector sound was quite loud in the mix, so I don't know if when the next time we could look at it being a bit lower. Yeah, it's looking great. It's really fun. I'm wondering in the opening bit when we're on, when we're on the doing this bit, waiting for audience to come in. I know you did think about possibly having an audience member being seen through the porthole. That could be quite nice, as in, when you said, oh, Detective David, you haven't got your sea legs, and oh, Detective Franklin, what are you doing outside? No, get in now. That could be a nice little moment just to see the fact that audience are going to appear. Do you think? Yeah, yeah. Will that be easy to do for that bit? Yeah. I think that's fun because Alice will be able to play with, you know, anything that's giving Alice fun things to do in that sort of gappy bit before the action starts. I think will be quite nice. Um, with the so Alice, when you go to, can we look at when we next do the lineup and going into pen and switching into pen? Could you look at maybe doing like some sort of? I know the first time you did it, you made a nice comment about, oh look how attractive or something like that. Sort of doing, yeah, bringing that in, and also maybe a double take immediately when the face is up on the screen. Because obviously we all know it's you and you're just taking your coat off, but lean into the ridiculousness of that. When we're moving from the from this space into the other space, can we look at keeping dialogue going even if you're not seen, so that so that we're filling? And I think it's even quite funny if we can kind of hear you crawling. I don't know, or just, yeah, have a play at keeping the dialogue going. Are you able to keep your yeah? Are you able to keep your jacket on under that coat, or do you need it for the quick trend? Is it too much? Cool, great. And just a script thing. Do we need to mention Albert cancelling the? I don't know if we need to mention Albert wanting to eat the Huskies that morning, or yeah. Do the only thing is like, would you wouldn't actually know that at that point? Oh, we're lagging. Yeah, yeah. Could do. I'm just wondering why we need to have that, because that's usually info that would come out in breakout rooms. Is it just the food? Yeah, yeah. And I like that. For goodness knows why Albert was in the. I think, yeah, presenting it like that as if that's another thing for audience to be like, oh, why was Albert in the radio tower? So yeah, sort of spoon feeding them that that's something they need to find out. Nice. Great. With the lag, what should we do? Should Alice leave and come back again, or actually I'm lagging as well. Just want to share with you all. These are hot cross bun flavour wheats. Yeah. Wait, I tell you what. There. They're really nice. I just wanted you all to share at this moment with me. Thank you. Better. One, two, three, four, five. Mm. Oh, weird, lagging again. Um, Well, we're getting close to break, aren't we? Well, what is it? Till 12. Yeah. Should we do that? Should we just so yeah, Alice, if you want to break now, and then Chloe and Paul, we can chat for a little bit longer and just work out what we're doing this evening. And yeah, Alice, just in your break, if you can find a fun prop or two for the silhouette scene. All right. Thanks, Alice. Yeah, so yes, I guess we start and then hopefully we will by 2 we'll have Tom set up in the space. And hopefully all the lagging should be fine. Yeah. Great. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get those final, the end scene and run Penn's confession and any of the stuff with Tom. Cool. All right. Okay, great. So should we see each other at 2? Oh, sorry. Oh, so should we see